Welcome to Knit One,
Part
Part
2.
2.
Episode 40.
Yay!
The big 4-0.
Big 4-0. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wenny on Ravelry and Penny Wenny 2 on Spark People. And for a minute, I didn't remember what my name was. I was like, and I'm Wendy.
Who am I?
I forgot. Sorry.
I want to, how many members do we have?
597 members.
Yay! I want to say thank you to a lot of people. Judith, Judy, Kathleen, Melissa, and Karen. Thank you all so very much for donating to the podcast. You guys are very generous.
We are.
And the button's right over Wendy's head somewhere. Yeah.
There.
So
we are going to be using some of that money to buy some prizes for
our year.
Our
giveaway, our mitten along.
Our mitten along.
Or our, as I called it, let's see, anything for the hand knit along, because it's mittens, gloves, fingerless, wrists, anything that go on the hand. So yeah, we'll have to make a special trip.
No, we should go today. We should just buzz over there today.
We should.
I know. Just go pick up a couple of things. It'll be fun!
So welcome to any new viewers.
Yes.
Thanks for coming and checking us out. I know I was earburned from somebody, River or something. I'm sorry, I forgot, but I did say thank you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was earburned
on the Harry Potter thread.
Yeah.
One of the Harry Potter Club.
So if you're from the Harry Potter Club, hello. I love Harry Potter.
So thank you for coming and checking us out. She may not see this for a while because one of the women has to start from episode 1 and catch all the way up, which I do that too. If I'm behind on somebody. So for any new viewers, thank you for checking us out. For any returning viewers, thank you for coming and seeing us every week. We appreciate it.
And I'm wearing the t-shirt.
And I'm wearing my coat.
To my needle and
I'm wearing my coat and my Patriots shirt.
Yeah, it's a little chilly in my house.
It is a little
today.
chilly here. I've been cold all morning, so
yeah.
My heat in my car cannot be turned on enough right now, and my feet are cold. Which doesn't help. I have wool socks on, but they're not the best ones because they have eyelets on the feet.
Oh, yeah. That's
but
not good.
All my other wool socks are downstairs hanging drying.
No, good for you.
So,
alrighty then.
Let's jump right in onto the dance card. You first, me first?
I'm going first this week.
Sounds good.
I just am. So, I am very proud of myself. My Lysiantha shawl got some love this week.
Yay!
Not a lot of love. I mean, not like a noticeable love, but I did like 4 rows, which was pretty good. This is Lysianthus by Romy Hill, Romy Designs. I love this. I love working on this. I did finally count, and I am on the 2nd repeat of Chart C.
Oh, good. And how many of those do you have to do?
I have to do 4 repeats of Chart C, and I'm almost, where am I on Chart C? I'm about halfway through Chart C. So,
excuse me, is he supposed to be up there?
Oh, hold on one second. Skippy, down.
We're training her dog, and he's not supposed to be where he is.
Good boy. Sit. Sit.
Sorry, Skippy.
Good boy.
I tell my kids, I was just a tattletale.
Skippy has a problem with biting people that come into my house, so he has to learn, he has to be totally retrained. Do not get on the couch. That's a good boy. So he cannot be on the furniture at all, ever.
And he's been very good.
He has been very good.
He was very good today.
He still gets wound up when somebody comes to the door, but as soon as you throw him the treat, he's like, oh, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
And so that's working.
And calm down real quick.
But, okay, so that was total sidetrack. But anyway, Lysianthus, it is a paid pattern on Ravelry. It's $8.50. It's very well written, so I highly recommend it. And it's an interesting construction because you knit the little flower in the middle. You can kind of see it there. And then the whole thing kind of comes off around it in a half circle. So
I think that's an awesome construction.
I love it.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, and I will be working on it more now that a couple of my other projects have wrapped up. So that was Lysianthus. The next thing, this did not get any love, but I like to show it every week. It's my Flowers to Hexagon blanket, a.k.a. the Clown Barf blanket. Because I'm doing the Advent Garland, which is my little one-off project a day. This didn't get any love. But again, after Christmas, it's going to get more love. But it's Flower to Hexagon by Jessie Rayott, which is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'm using a USD or a 3, depending on how you look at it, hook for for that. And I'm using odds and ends, my sock blanket odds and ends. And the next thing on the cardigan, this got a lot of love this week.
Yeah, forgot about that.
This is the Wrought Iron Cardigan by Stephanie Talent. It's my test knit for her new book, California Revival Knits, which you can pre-order right now from Cooperative Press. This is the back of the sweater. You can see. I've done the waist decreases and increases for the hips on the sides, and she does them at the edge of the design, so they look very nice. Like they don't.
Oh yeah,
it's very nice. It doesn't have them in the middle. And this is the front. I have to knit about 6 more rows, and then I'll be on the border charts, which is 40 rows. So I have 46 rows, and I'll be done with the front.
And then the sleeves.
And then the sleeves. Although Stephanie emailed me and said that she's reworking something with the sleeves, so I'm like, okay, good to know before I start knitting those. But so far, like I think I said this last week, I've only found one error in the pattern, and it was a purl dot was missing.
Oh, that's
from
right,
one little square of the chart was missing a purl dot. Other than that, everything has worked out perfectly, exactly as written. I'm still loving it. It's really relaxing. I've gotten to the point where I check periodically to make sure that I'm doing the right cable crossover, but I'm like, I hardly have to even look at the pattern anymore. And I'm really excited to be starting the border chart because the pattern does the sort of wrought iron thing, and then it finishes on the bottom, like so that it does something extra on the bottom before the border. So it's really pretty. Yeah, it's going to be lovely.
Well,
I can't wait. So that's doing well, and the actual book that comes out will be $26.95. And it includes digital copy, or you can just buy the digital version for $16.95. And I'm not sure exactly when that's coming out, but we'll do the links again. And
I'm sure Stephanie Talent will let you know.
I'm sure she will too. Yeah, I just PM'd with her yesterday, so when she knows, she'll probably tell me. But I cannot recommend this pattern in particular more. It's so beautiful, and everybody at my knitting nights keeps asking me where I got the pattern because they want to knit it too, and I'm like, just knit. So I feel very special.
You are special.
I am. And then the last thing on the needles is the Advent Garland by Frankie Brown. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
And what's today's pattern?
Today's is supposed to be, I left it in the printer, but today's is a wreath. I'm 2 days behind. I didn't do one yesterday, and I haven't done today's. So yesterday's was a Santa head.
Head or hat?
It's a head.
Oh.
It's like a triangle-shaped Santa head. And then a wreath. And I'll show you the ones that I did in my finished Rate Your Date thing. I did donate to her United Kingdom charity, though.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, check her out. You can find her donation page to the Children's Liver Disease Foundation in the United Kingdom at www.justgiving.com/Frankie's Knitted Stuff. And all of her patterns, which are free, have a link to her donation page, so you can also find it through Ravelry.
Oh, cool.
And that's all I have for On the Needles.
Okay, well, I got a few things on the needles, and even though on my project page, this is the Howl Cat by, I have to go back to my old notes, by Alexandra Tinsley, using Dream in Color Classy, Go-Go Grassy, US 7, 4.5. On my project page, this is in hibernation. Talking to my brother about the girls, he said, really, they have enough, don't bother. I had made them the fish hat a couple of years ago, and they still have that. So I'll make one of these, but I'm probably for myself, but I'm just not going to rush for it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just knitting on it because it's really the only mindless knitting I have for today right now.
Yeah.
All my other stuff is looking, and this is all I have left on this, but I have that whole hat that I'm not a big fan of. So this is the Howl Cat, which I love the color, and I have several ideas on what to do for the next part of it.
Yeah.
So the other thing I have on the needles, what do I have? I have my Yarnissimus Spice Boy socks in my
Sock-a-dit rock.
A sock-a-dit rock's medium weight, and I actually have a good portion of the cuff.
Oh yeah, you're getting very
I
done.
am. I brought this with me on Friday to do some. I mean, I'm at the point where it's mindless in the sense that it's only knit 2, purl 2.
Yeah.
But it's knit through the back loop.
Mm-hmm.
And that I can't do without really looking.
Yeah.
So there's some stitches that I can do without looking, but this one I can't. Now this is funny because here's my other one. The pooling is almost similar now.
Oh, it's
on the cuff, so it's got to be the twisted stitches that's creating this. It's almost opposite on the back, see it?
Yeah, that's neat.
So, a friend of mine, hi Tara, fell in love with these, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, they're too big.
Nah.
She said they were slipper socks. I'm like,
yeah,
no, not for me. But I think it's because they're very dense.
Yeah, I love that. I love
well, they're
that
medium
base.
weight.
Yeah, I love medium weight socks.
And you know me, I'm knitting this on 1.5 US, 2.5 millimeters, and the medium weight is, what's it typically called for? 2 to 3, US 2 to 3. So I'm knitting this on a smaller needle than it needs to be. But socks, you want dense.
I know.
At least I do.
They wear well.
Better.
I'm a big fan of socks that rock. It's also very good for knitting baby outfits.
Yes,
the
you've
medium
done a
weight
sweater for that, right?
Yes, I've done a couple of baby things in socks that rock.
So that's Yarnissimus Spice Boy, and I am definitely going to be doing that pattern again. I love that. I love the look of the garter gusset.
Yeah, it's nice.
So the other thing I have on the needles, didn't see a lot of love, surprisingly, and I apologize because I said these are quick knits.
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't been feeling the love for them, but they do have to be done by, next Saturday, Sunday, including dried. This is Bev Galeska's Felted Clogs in Cascade 220, Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes, and Lion Brand Fisherman Wool. This is a catch-all. So here I started the top of the mitten. And
the slipper? It's not a mitten.
Sorry. It's a slipper.
Somebody would have really big hands for those.
Well, it's double knit on US 13, 9 millimeters. And, I saw my brother's slippers the other night because he was wearing them at his house. And I'm like, oh, yeah, those do look good.
They are pretty nice, if I do so say.
Oh, you know what it is?
Myself.
His I did in regular colors. Mine, every time I look at them, I see Franken.
Yeah, because you used all leftovers.
Yeah, I used all leftovers, which another pair will be made from that soon enough, I'm sure. I got enough leftovers. So, pay for pattern. I'm not sure if it's downloadable.
I don't know. Is it from Schoolhouse Press or something?
No, it's not. It's from Fiber Trends.
Fiber Trends.
And I got mine from our local yarn store in Butterfly Yarns.
I got mine from, what's it called? From the yarn store that closed down in Woburn.
In Woburn?
Yeah, remember the yarn store?
Fabric Place?
Fabric Place. Yeah, I know that doesn't sound like a yarn store. But
no, that's where that's where I had my knit nights long ago. Yeah. So those are all that are kind of active on the needle. I have something else that's not quite finished, but I'm considering it finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you'll see. You'll see why in a minute. So that's that's I think all that's
all that you got?
Yeah, Max's sweater's in hibernation right now until the end after Christmas knitting.
Because it's not Christmas knitting, and it's a
big
project.
It is a big project. Well, I still have to get the yarn.
Oh, that's true.
So.
All right. Well, that's it for you for on the needles.
Yes.
So I will move to rate your date. First date I'm going to rate is my Advent Garland, which is going really well. First, I'm going to show you that since I'm not going to knit the band, I bought some buttons. Oops. From Joann Fabric, 24. And I bought some wide grosgrain ribbon.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to do 3. She advocates for 3, so I'm going to do 3 bands out of this with 8 ornaments each when I get around to it. Oops, sorry. I keep them all in my little Diana Couture bag here. So what you haven't seen so far, I think, is the angel.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it came out cute. I need to put eyes on it. I haven't embellished yet. The sugar mouse, which I turned into a Mouse King.
Excuse me.
From the Nutcracker.
That's cute.
And he's made out of pashmina. Feel how soft he is.
Well, I know how soft.
Excuse
me, pashmina is. I kissed us.
Oh, you did?
Fault. Yeah.
The candy cane, which keeps...
Let me see the candy cane. Is that over a wire?
Yeah, I did it over a pipe cleaner. Candy cane. The one that I don't understand, so maybe if you're from the UK, you can tell me why. This is a basket.
What was that?
This is the one I don't understand. It's a basket that you put beads in.
Is it supposed to be like yarn?
I don't know.
Like a basket of yarn?
I don't know. Maybe.
What was it called? Just called a basket?
Oh. You put shiny beads in it.
Okay.
I think those are all the new ones that I did. Oh, and the paper chain.
Oh, yeah, let me see. I have an idea of how this was
You
done.
just rolled them up and sewed the ends together. It was
That's what I thought.
Crazy. So, yeah, and then,
cute,
I know, it's so cute. I love them. They've been really fun. I have to embellish them. Yeah, I knitted picot edging crown.
Oh, cool.
Isn't he soft?
He is soft.
And I made little whiskers on mine. Hers didn't have whiskers.
No, I like the whiskers.
But I used the ends of the...
yeah, you just tied it in a knot.
I tied it in a knot and frayed it so that it would be whiskers. So, anyway, that's been really fun. I'll knit the Santa face and the wreath today, and then if I have time, I'll try to embellish them. I have beads and stuff that I embellish them with. I've been pretty busy this week. I did finish my Christmas shopping and wrapping this week.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really ahead of myself this Christmas, but it made me not have a lot of knitting time. So that's the Advent Garland finished stuff. And also, I finished Selbu or not.
Nice.
I have two.
I like the touch of purplish blue up
I
there.
know. I love this one. Oh, whoops. I love this one. I really like the way that I like it with the dark design and the light background. I kind of wish that this one had the colors reversed so that the green and the blue was the guy and the background was orange. I think it would have been prettier, but, you know, I still love them. They fit perfectly. Yes. Can't you tell? They fit perfectly. I
like the thumb.
I know. I love how the thumb is so different because you can see it matches the very top of the mitten. And I have one for each hand. Although I will say Looney Hiker has since completed a third mitten so that she now has one full pair.
Yeah, they're pretty too.
These are fun, and they're just in time for the cool weather. They're the perfect weight for...
Can I try one of them?
Yeah. They're the perfect weight.
Now, what size... Them. Oh, wow.
I have narrow hands. See? They fit me perfectly.
It's just the mitten itself fits good. It's the ribbing or something because there's really no stretch to the
not with the but it does. I don't have a problem with it. Well, I have thin hands. Yeah,
I have. What do they call them? Chicken drumstick hands.
Yeah, I love them. They came out
very
great.
Pretty.
I know. They came out super nice. I didn't put any conditioner in it, so it's still a little scratchy.
Yeah, but not enough that you would...
No, they're fine. I wore them yesterday when I picked up the kids from school. So I really enjoyed doing this. I have enough yarn left over to maybe make a pair of non-stranded mittens for one of my kids, so I might do that later. Just a plain pair of mittens.
See what the color does.
Yeah, just, to use it up. Yeah. Because I don't know if I can make anything else out of such a small amount, but... Yeah, they came out great.
Could always do a cowl of some sort.
I would not want this near my face. It's very scratchy. Now, I'll probably save it and either put it in the sock yarn scrap bag or I will do mittens for one of my kids out of it, just a pair of bang-around mittens. So anyway, that's all that I finished this week.
Okay, so my finished rate your date. They're not 100% finished, and you'll see why. But I cast on another pair of Urban Necessities, but I'm not doing the flip top. Oh,
what was that?
That was a stitch marker. Fell right into my coat. So these are the fingerless mittens that I'm doing for the bus driver. And
I love them. They're bus themed.
They are. Typical yellow bus. I saw her wearing fingerless mitts. That's what gave me the idea, and she had them low.
Yeah.
So I kept them low because, driving,
You want to have
you want to have them right. So what I'm gonna do is I did black and yellow. Mm-hmm. They kind of remind me of Charlie Brown and like the stripe on the bottom.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do the top, just a couple of rows of black for like maybe a tire or something.
Oh, that's cute.
So these are the fingerless mitts for the bus driver. I used the Urban Necessities pattern, which is do I have it here? I don't think I do. Oh, I know where I have it. Sorry.
In past notes.
Well, I have it actually in my iPad. Urban Necessity because I was using it, by Colleen Michelle Meager. It's the one with the flip top on it, convertible mittens, however you want to call them. It's the same pattern that I used for Zachary, his mittens, but I'm just going to keep them fingerless for the bus driver. Because she's really nice. She's been really good to the boys and Zachary. So, this is my...
Oh! I just pulled every stitch out. Sorry.
my mittens. It's in Cascade 220 yellow. I was going to use it for a pair of slippers for Max, but I'm still planning on doing the ornament as well. But when I thought about this, I'm like, this would be a good idea as well.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So that's really my only rate your date.
Yeah, not a big finished object. No, for many reasons.
Well, I have a lot of progress on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
it's a busy time of year. You know,
it is a finished object in the sense that I didn't even have these cast on last week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So this is what I've been focusing on, and it's kind of once you get the increases started, it's somewhat mindless.
Yeah.
So, I did that.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's it for finished.
So, Whirlwind Romance, I'm still plying the same yarn that I was plying. Oh, here comes the cat. I was still plying the same yarn that I was plying last week, so I don't have anything to show you. You might see the cat in a minute. He's checking out the
So, if we all of a sudden go black, it's not because we lost power. It's Oscar, who is a completely black cat. Who's making me sneeze.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, you know what
He's
I thought?
live.
I thought I saw some allergy stuff in here, so maybe I'll take that while I'm here.
Maybe that's a good plan.
Yeah, here we go.
Future dates. You don't have any Whirlwind Romance, right? I'm just asking.
No,
I thought I'd ask. Future dates, I don't have anything right now. I restrained myself from casting on Stephen West's Spectra. But yeah. I might cast that on this week just to have something different to switch between, because lace is kind of fussy, and then I do need a little bit of a break from this every once in a while. So I might cast it on. I don't know.
Do you think you know what? Oh, you bought yarn. You bought, what was it? Mini Mochi?
Yes, I did.
And then what else were you going to use with
I have some Mad Tosh cashmere blend upstairs in the Stasharoonie Roo. So
for future dates, I have a couple of things. We're on futures. That was your futures, right?
Yes, I don't have any. I might do Stephen West, but that's by no means for certain.
A definite?
It's a possibility.
Okay, so my futures, after I finish the fingerless mitts, I really should plug along on my father's slippers.
Yes.
Nope, there's an ear. You just saw an ear. There it is. This is the hat that's way too big for my brother and anybody else, really. I look like a gnome.
You look like a gnome. It actually kind of looks cute like a gnome on you.
What, like this?
The pointiness is good because it takes away from the round shape.
Well, anyway, so what I'm gonna do is take this out, unweave in the end, which is really, it's kind of a reversible hat, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice hat. Can I even unweave the ends? I don't even know where oh, okay, I see it. And just knit from this for the Claudia hat. So this will be
good idea.
Cast on this week. And also, I wanted to mention, I watch a podcaster called Willow Fairy Knit. Her name is Helena. She's from Australia.
Yeah.
So when you're watching her...
Sounded like the Wild West, not Australia.
I know. So when you're watching her, she's in like tank tops.
Yeah, because it's summer there. Well, it's winter there, but the weather is like summer.
No, I think they call it summer.
Do they call it summer?
They call it summer.
I don't know.
Winter is winter, summer is summer. You can't, even if you're on
right.
the opposite equator, you can't.
I guess what my brain is trying to say, not very successfully, is that
even
it's
though
December there, but
even though it's
summer
Christmas
weather
there,
yeah,
they celebrate probably on the beach if they can. So anyway, she was mentioning how in January she's doing a knit along for the Tide Pool Spiral Shawl, and it's a shawl by Wendy D. Johnson. And I've had this in my queue, and somebody gifted it to me, I believe, and there's a glare. It's a spiral shawl, and this is the one that I have been saved. It's a shawl I've been saving my wool mice for, 1,500 yards of it, or give or take. So I believe I'm going to be casting on with her.
Good for you.
On January 1st. Well,
although I have to say, I'll believe it when I see it.
I know, because I still have a sweater to do. So that's my intentions. And I thought I'd just let you guys know it's Willow Fairy. I want to say it's Willow Fairy Knits. She's got a podcast out there, and I'll link it in the show notes. She's really funny. She was trying out for a roller derby team.
That's so funny.
Yeah, she was trying out for
I didn't even know they still had roller derby.
Oh yeah, it's starting to become really big again.
Wasn't that actress Drew Barrymore in a movie about roller
somebody
derby?
was recently, yeah.
Yeah.
So she also recently got married, and she had a gaming theme, and she shows you some pictures of her Mario wedding cake and her invitations. It was really a fantastic couple of episodes when she did that. But she's really funny and great, and
intriguing, the most interesting knitter in the world.
It's really interesting. So check her out, and if you guys are interested in a larger knit along, check out the Tide Pool. It's going to take her a few months. She wants to do it about 2 or 3 months, which I'm not going to rush to finish it because it is a big knit. But it's not a free pattern. It is paid, but it's reasonably $5 or so, I think, give or take around there.
Plus, I feel like when you buy a paid pattern from somebody reliable like Wendy Johnson, you get your money's worth.
Yes. Yeah, and I think there's enough interest, but not. I think every other row is
I think it would be a good starter lace pattern if you did it in fingering weight.
It calls for fingering weight, I believe. I don't think it calls. I think she used Dream in Color, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's a good starting pattern. It's not too insane.
She used Dream in Color Everlasting Sock in the Surf, which I think that's a merino cashmere blend.
It might be.
I'm not 100% sure. So I'll talk about it one more time or a couple times before I actually cast it on. But that's one of my other future dates.
That's cool.
And
excellent.
Oh, I've lost looking at the wrong notes. So sorry. No, I'm still looking at the wrong. Oh.
I don't even know what you're doing over there.
Either,
she worked last night.
Yes. That's why I look so gorgeous.
Yeah, because you and I are paragons of beauty.
Paragons
I took a shower.
Yeah, I opted for 20 extra minutes of sleep than a shower, personally. Especially, I snuggled up with hubby, who was all nice and warm. I've been cold. My workplace, if you're not sitting in the right place, you're kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I like my seat because I'm the only one there. I don't want to be too close to the door, even though it's locked. Let them take a little bit of time to get to me. I don't know.
The marauders that want to break into the phone call center.
Wow.
They don't know where you are.
No, they don't. We're not listed anywhere what we are either. But still, I kind of, the TV's here, I sit here, but we have these new desks, and I pushed it away so that I was trying to go underneath the heat. So I was cold during work. I was cold in my car because I don't work very far from my house. By the time the car got heated, I was home.
She was already home.
And I jumped into bed. I'm like, oh, it's nice and warm because they had just gotten up. So I'm like, I'm snuggling for a little while. Shower can wait until later. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
I took one yesterday.
See? No, I hadn't taken a shower yesterday, so if I hadn't taken one today, that would have been bad.
Yeah. So that's my future dates.
Cool.
Crushes and heartbreak?
Okay, my big crush and heartbreak, we both have it, and we decided that the theme of this week is there's no crying and knitting.
I'm sitting on a pin. Not really, but.
So we're not going to cry this week, but I want to say my big crush is all the people that commented on the blog and on the thread in the group and by private message. I got so many PMs. That I love that stuff. That really made my week. That was like, it just really upped me.
Pinch her because she's crying.
I know, my little tears are starting to come out of my eyes. I know, I'm sorry. And I wanted to say a quote that Red Whitney 627 found on Pinterest that always reminds me of Sheila. Don't cry. People cry not because they are weak, but because they have been strong too long. So that was what last week was. You have been strong.
Oh yeah, I know.
So that's what that was about, and that's all I have to say about that now.
I just wanted to say that I heart our viewers because you guys were awesome. I got a lot of PMs, and I tried to respond to each and every one of you. I do have a couple more that I need to respond to, so I will be getting to that. I try and respond when I am on my laptop, because trying to respond via iPad, not a good thing.
No.
So I will respond to you all, and thank you guys for sharing your stories. I got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. And I want to just say, Diane from Knittables, I heart you.
Yes, I heart you too, Diane.
And you'll see why in a little bit. But you are awesome. You rock. You rock.
If you don't watch Knittables, you ought to.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She is. There are so many awesome people out there.
Well, you know, I think even Diane might have said it. I'm sure a couple of people have said it. I mean, knitters really are a giving community because, let's face it, we work so hard on a lot of things we do, and we do give a lot of things away. I know you don't give a lot away, but...
I give a lot of stuff away. I just don't give it away publicly.
Well, no, I'm not even saying that.
Oh, knitting? Oh, yeah, I gave 4 people on my list got
I'm not talking about public giveaways. I'm just saying, as a community of knitters in general, we're a giving community because we work how many hours on something and we end up giving it away.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't have to be public or not, but you still give it away after spending hours on it.
You do. And
I mean,
you knit for the people you care about.
And that's, that's a giving community. And you guys have certainly given me a lot of hugs and virtual, thoughts and prayers and everything. And that was my email again. Sorry.
Yeah. And
so I just want to say thank you.
Yes, that was wonderful.
And I'm getting that much closer to killing my husband.
That's why we're filming at my house. It's like the one day a week when she can get away.
And it's funny because a neighbor of mine does crime scene cleanup. It doesn't even have to be crime scene.
Good. So he'll be on call.
So I said, Scott, sorry, Scott.
He doesn't watch the show.
No,
he didn't give his last name.
No, God, no. I told him that I may need his services, but it's only in a joking manner because I would never do that.
Of course
as tempting as he can be sometimes.
It's an intriguing idea.
It is. But I mean, he's funny because he tells us all the stories. He's gotten a few good ones, like really brutal good ones, but he's also gotten the plain old cleaning vomit and urine out of a car. So, I mean, he does the gamut of gross and disgusting. Well, they're all gross and disgusting.
Yeah, a little side story. When I lived in Somerville, we had an elderly man, kind of a crazy elderly man that lived next door, he would drive drunk all the time and run into everybody's cars, and eventually got too sickly to leave his house because he was on oxygen. We were there for 10 years, so we were next to this guy. And one day my husband and I were in the kitchen, and a bunch of cars pulled up outside. It was enough that we all looked outside, and he had passed away in his house, and nobody knew about it. And the first responder came in. We saw him go in the front door. They broke down the front door, and then we saw him come out the second story and vomit over the balcony. And I said to Jim, that can't be good. So the next day when we came home from work, there was a company there that, I kid you not, Trauma Clean is the name of the company, and they were cleaning the house out. It was bad.
I guess there's a couple in the state, but his friend's been doing it. Probably was not the one who was doing it back then.
Yeah.
But
this was 15 years ago.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Any murder scenes, they come and clean up the blood, and he's had some good stories.
What a tough job that is, man.
Well, I tell you, it's a tough job, but it pays well.
It would have to.
So.
When a first responder runs out and throws up that it was bad in there.
Yeah, his boss said, if you're going to be sick, don't say anything. Just walk out the door, be sick, and come back.
Yeah. But I'll never forget that Trauma Clean. I'll never forget the name of that company.
I don't know what the company's name is. And
it's good to know in case I ever have a bad cleanup. I will just look up Trauma Clean and I'll have them come.
I hope you never have that kind of bad cleanup.
I said bad. It could vomit in my car.
I don't know if they do personal ones. I don't know. I suppose they do, but
I don't know.
I just know.
Trauma Clean also cleans up after floods and fires. They do all sorts of trauma.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean like
I don't know.
Dead guy in his house or like,
I don't know what this
thing.
person does. He just, he only works. It's a part-time job for the weekend.
And this is like a public, the more you know. It's a public service announcement. If you have a trauma in your house.
So whenever he comes over, we're like, anything
new?
And he'll go on Facebook. I got this. We're like, cool. I know, we're living vicariously through our neighbor. How sad. But that's all I have for my crushes and heartbreaks.
Baubles and bling. I have one bauble and bling. I forgot about it, but...
Weren't you getting something in the mail last week?
Yeah, it was for your Christmas present.
Oh, all right.
That I ordered like 4 weeks ago, and it only came yesterday.
Huh.
I was starting to sweat over it. I'm like, really? I ordered it weeks ago. All right. So this is my Barnes & Noble annual Christmas bag. $9.95 if you buy it with 2 things, or as Sheila found out, it rings in as $9.95, so maybe not even.
So I have one of these too. I bought a couple of books last week, and mine's blue. Mine's like the royal blue with just the snowflakes, no
snowman.
No snowman. So, and I picked that one, which I should have told me. It was the only one in the store that was blue.
Yeah, they were sold out of the blue ones when I was there.
Which means everybody has them.
I liked them. I already have.
Well, you like red.
Well,
what's your beach one? Isn't your beach one red?
The beach one is purple. And
oh, okay.
I have this one from last year. Skates. And mittens. I might even have the beach. Oh, the beach one's upstairs. The beach one's purple and green.
Okay, I couldn't remember. So I talked to my husband. I said, "Should we get one?" He goes, "Yeah, it's inexpensive enough."
It's $9.95, and this is rubberized, so
if you need
it wears well. It rinses off. And I like the fact that it stands up. I like to keep it right by my couch and throw my knitting stuff in it. It's like a basket.
Yeah, it almost is.
How can you pass it up? And it's heavy canvas.
So I haven't determined whether or not I'm giving mine as a gift.
You should keep it.
I know, but I got so many bags. You guys
just
next
give
year
away some bags.
I might be doing a bag giveaway if anyone's interested. Let me know because I got enough of them.
We could do a bag swap.
Yeah, but they'd be gently used. Right?
Yeah, but you would swap gently used bags.
I don't want to swap.
Oh, you don't need any more. No. How can you give away bags?
Because I have like 4 of those.
Yeah, I know. I have.
And what I'm pointing to is a typical tote.
Like a LL Bean style canvas tote.
Except for this one. I'll show you this one. This one I got from the liver clinic. And it says, Liver Transplant and Multivisceral Transplantation Center, Children's Hospital, Boston. So that's the clinic that Zachary and I go to. And I think they gave it to me for like a Christmas gift or something. But this is one of my favorites because look, it's got 3 pockets.
Yeah, it's nice.
And nothing on the inside, but it fits, nice.
I like those canvas bags. They're sturdy. You can carry a lot of stuff in them.
I just haven't figured out how to wash them very well. Because I have to wash mine because they go everywhere. And, sometimes food and stuff gets in it. So.
Yeah. I just throw mine in the laundry machine.
I know, but it's like they never come out the same way. It's like you almost have to iron and starch them or something. I don't know.
Who would do that? Crazy people.
I wouldn't. So baubles and bling, I got tons.
She got tons. This was a good week for Sheila.
Well, I'm first going to show I scored an update from the Fiber Nymph Dye Works.
I am so jealous.
This is the Bounce sock yarn, 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon, about 400 yards fingering weight. It's in the Fruit Loop colorway.
And I love it.
And this is a self-striping sock yarn. And Zachary is going to love it.
Yes, he will. Are you going to use that for the hat?
No. I already have. I got to start that too because he's been nagging me about it. Oh my gosh, he's been nagging me.
Jack wants me to make him fingerless gloves. I'm like, yeah, that is never going to happen.
Why?
Okay, he's 5. He doesn't need fingerless gloves that are hand knit because what are going to happen to those gloves? They will be lost on the playground.
Well, Zachary hasn't lost his. No, this will be socks.
Zachary's not 5.
True. These will be socks for him. I'm going to cast on for him and Max. And somebody brought up a good point on Friday when I went out for dinner. Is that she's like, do they have the same foot? I go, no, because I was thinking of casting them on for like 2 at a time. She goes, do they have the same length? I'm like, no. She goes, well, isn't it going to be different heel sizes? I'm like, ooh, good point. So I'll probably do afterthought heels and just stick in the yarn where it's appropriate when needed.
Yeah.
And Zachary's will be a little shorter because...
that reminds me, next month I think we should do a sock knit-along. One of the people that PM'd me last week suggested it, and I totally can't remember your name, and I'm sorry. I tried looking it up in my messages, and I can't find the message because I got so many PMs last week. I can't figure out which one it was. And but I think that then you could work on them in January. Yeah. And we can all knit a sock. She suggested doing a Socks That Rock sock knit-along, which is awesome, but I don't want to exclude any viewers who may not have Socks That Rock on hand.
So it will be a Socks That Rock or any...
I think it's going to be called the Socks Rock knit-along, and you can use Socks That Rock to knit along with, or you can use regular sock yarn, and we'll just all knit socks. It'll be fun.
And... So, hence, we leeway into Diane from Knittables is awesome because she sent me some socks that rock.
And, thanks, Diane, because now anything that I give Sheila for Christmas is going to look so crappy.
No,
even though I planned this months ago.
No, it won't. I'm just going to show you a couple of them.
Oh, there are so many reasons why what I'm giving you is not going to turn out well. It's like, really? I really did not do well this year.
Are we exchanging next week?
I figured.
Oh, sure.
Well, you don't have to. We can
No. Yours isn't hard to do. I just got to do it. So Diane sent me some medium weight socks that rock that she was not going to use. And I'm going to just show you a few because she sent me plenty. And I really, really appreciate it. And I love this stuff.
She's very excited.
I am now becoming a Socks That Rock.
I would like you to know that Diane from Knittables did not send me anything.
No, you're going to make her feel guilty now.
Oh, I'm totally joking. Don't feel guilty. I am just happy. That's what I do. I'm totally obnoxious that way. Please don't send me anything. I'm joking. I was totally making a joke.
So, on to this. This is Socks That Rock medium weight Festival of Lights. I love this one. And this is Frosty. And these are 2 that she had sent me. I have more.
She sent more.
And I will be showing you those through the course of the year. Because what I am going to do is... I am going to put these in paper bags because I have plenty of them. My son loves paper bags. And I'm going to do my own Socks That Rock club.
Since she's not in the Socks That Rock club.
And then I'll just throw them in without knowing what color it is and pick it out and knit with it. I'm not going to throw a pattern in with it, though, because, sometimes I'm fine with just plain old stockinette type of, or like what I was doing here. Plain old stockinette socks are fine. And so, yeah, I can't even... But yeah, she told me she was going to send some, and I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, Diane, you went above and beyond.
She went above and beyond.
And I really
making us all look bad. That's what she's doing.
You are a sweetheart. Thank you so very much.
You are the nicest, kindest woman.
You are, definitely. Know. And you will be seeing the other colorways because, let's surprise you guys, too.
I know. It'll be a surprise.
I know. I'm going to do that. I'm excited about it. So I'll probably do that every other month on even months. So February will be my next one.
Cool.
Since I'm hopefully be finished with this one before the end of December.
We'll see.
Promises I can't necessarily keep. I know. I'm really bad. I thought the podcast would make me better.
The podcast has made me knit way more. And
the podcast has made me cast on more.
And this is good for gossip and innuendo because I was talking about Sheila. I went to my Monday night knitting group last night. And I was saying that because I've been on the podcast and because Sheila and I have been doing this year. I actually had a pile this year.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I knew that I was going to give hand knits to the women in my family. And I had made my mom a shawl already, but on my husband's side of the family. And I had a pile. So I just went up to my pile and I was like, okay. I kind of knew when I was knitting them who would probably get them, but it was nice to have like a little stash. I still have a little bit left over, like if I need to give another hand knit gift. But I learned that from Sheila. And there's another thing that I learned from Sheila that I was talking about last night.
I don't know.
I almost don't want to say it. I don't cook a lot. I don't use my kitchen a lot. And I have this really fancy microwave oven that I got like 3 years ago. And one day Sheila was over and I was heating up water in a mug, and I was punching it in and testing it. And she's like, there's a button that says beverage. If you just press it, it heats your tea up. I was like, oh my God. So I learned that from Sheila too, and I used it the other day because I didn't feel like banging out the electric kettle.
Oh, okay.
I just needed to make some for Theraflu.
Oh.
So I just wanted to heat up 1 cup, and I knew from Sheila that I can put it in and just hit. I never noticed that button. There's a popcorn button too. So yes, those are 2 things that I learned from Sheila.
From podcasting, just from being friends.
From being
I don't
friends
think we're
with
podcasting
Sheila.
Then.
No, it just reminded me that's the other thing. I was like,
funny.
Yeah, Sheila taught me that.
So that's my baubles and bling. And I know a lot of people are saying this, but really, next year they're going on yarn diets. Really, I don't need any more. Not that anyone ever needs any more yarn.
Nobody doesn't need yarn.
But I've got everything right now that I could possibly want to knit with. Between Fiber Nymph yarns and the socks at Rock and the stuff I bought at...
But do you know what? I'm just going to say this.
Rhinebeck.
You hardly ever treat yourself.
Hey, for a couple of years I treated myself too well.
Well, that was several years ago. Yeah, she went a little crazy one year. But
that's when I met them.
Yeah.
Her and our friend Lara, the enabler queen.
Unfortunately, yeah. And this year I've been pretty good. Like when you think about it,
I haven't bought a lot. If I have bought anything, it's like worsted weight wool.
But yeah. Sheila knits for a lot of other people. She hardly ever treats herself. And so, so you feel like you've got the maximum or whatever, but
the only thing I treat myself on are socks.
Yeah.
'Cause those are for me. Skip down.
Get down.
Sorry, tattling again.
But, yeah, it's, so it's, I'm really lucky. My husband, his attitude is happy wife, happy life. And he has,
Can you teach that to mine?
I know.
Because mine makes me miserable.
So, and my husband knows that, it was hard for me to give up my whole career to stay home. And I had to because of my health. And I could go back now, but nobody wants me to go back. Well, nobody wants me to go back.
And you kind of get used to something. I mean, the same reason Cam's like, you need to go for a day job. Mine has a couple of different reasons.
Well, I don't see how it would work in your family, but I could go back to work. The only thing is my husband realizes that the amount of money that it would cost for us to hire somebody to take care of the after-school stuff that my kids do. We'd have to hire a babysitter or a nanny or something. Yeah. That it would almost be a wash.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might as well just... We're actually almost saving money for me to stay home.
Yeah.
But he encourages me. I'm lucky he has a good job, and he has a very stable industry job that's unlikely to be affected by the economy. Yeah. We're really, really lucky that that's the case. My neighbor just got laid off from Microsoft. It's crazy.
It is.
This is just not like he found out.
It's a bad time of year.
It's a bad time of year. I'm really lucky that my husband is situated in the way that he is. It would be very unlikely for him to be laid off. So he encourages me to spend, he doesn't mind me indulging my little hobby. I try to keep it in check, I don't go crazy, but I'm really lucky that I can just go online if I feel so inspired and buy myself some stuff. Not everybody has that luxury. So
yeah, I can if I save.
When you say that, you have all that, I just feel like it means more because you hardly ever
when you
treat yourself.
Work through college, you paid for it yourself, so it means a little bit more. I do in some extent, but my husband's gotten a lot better with my knitting over the years.
Well, he understands now that it can actually be useful.
Yeah, prevent me from killing him.
Well, but you know what? My husband really appreciates that this year when he saw all the things that I gave away for Christmas presents. He's like, this is really special and nice. Like, he totally gets it.
Oh, Cam gets it now. It's just taken him 5+ years to do it. But
Jim grew up with a knitter. So.
Well, see, yeah, that's the thing. I was not a knitter when I met my husband. We weren't much of crafty people in general. Yeah. So, and he thinks that a day job would be good until he realizes that, you
need someone to go to appointments.
No, he doesn't have the reality of it. And this week he may catch a glimpse of it because
this is why I think you should make him attend this week so that he knows.
Well, he was supposed to go yesterday, but he had something else job related, which. Obviously we want all the job related. What happened is Zachary had a doctor's appointment yesterday, Monday, and they thought everything was well, except for until the labs came back, which didn't come back until the afternoon, and his AST and ALT, which are liver numbers, went pretty much through the roof from the last one, and they're really concerned. And so we have to do blood work tomorrow, which blood work nowadays isn't a big deal. I have to drive into Boston to do it, but driving into Boston's not a bad thing. It's just the traffic.
Well, and it depends on when you hit it, because if you have to go first thing in the morning, you might hit the morning traffic.
Which I have to go.
And if you're there all day, then you end up hitting the afternoon traffic.
I have to go in the morning because he needs a certain level done before he takes his meds.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm not working tonight, so I think what we might do is just get up really early, jump in there, and come out, because they open at 8 a.m., If I can get there by 8, then I'll get him into school at a decent time.
Yeah.
And if the labs have not improved enough for them, then they're going to do a liver biopsy on him on Thursday if they get the time frame.
Which so maybe sounds Friday. Like crazy, but he has them. He's had
Well, the last one he had was March, and they said, we kind of might just do it anyways because they've been hemming and hawing, threatening biopsy, and they said there could be a possibility that his body is getting too used to Prograf, which is his anti-rejection
Well,
meds.
I have a knitter at Knit Night whose husband has had a kidney transplant, and she said that happened to him. And they switched him to a different anti-rejection.
Which, he's on 2, actually. Cellcept is one, and Prograf is another, which scares me because some of the other ones that you think of, actually, he's had steroids, too. I mean, geez, he's on 3, really. Yeah. Actually, and methotrexate is another one. Not anti-rejection, but it keeps your immune system down so it doesn't fight. So he's on, but they're also not sure if he's been on a couple of new meds that could be affecting it. So they just, I think, want to check just to be unsafe. So
wow, we're already at 53.
I know.
Today just flew by. So
I just want to mention that we've agreed that we are not going to be recording the week of Christmas. Yeah. Wendy has her family coming up, and it's Christmas, I think.
We feel kind of bad because we've never missed a week.
We've never missed a week, even when she's been away. And
we've always done something.
I kind of don't want to miss a week, but at the same time...
It's kind of like some kind of weird, completeness thing.
I know.
But I think it's
with her family being here, my husband being home, the kids being home, I think it would just be in everyone's best interest to
and people, you're
have
all
a small
going to be
vacation.
too busy to watch us during the week of Christmas.
So just think it'll probably be maybe a double episode when we return.
Yeah, maybe we can do that. Maybe we can record twice in 1 week or something.
No, that's not what I was thinking of.
Oh, like a bonus episode?
Well, meaning we're already at 54 minutes. If we don't record for 1 minute, for 1 week.
For 1 minute.
If we don't record for 1 week,
it'll probably be 2 episodes back to back.
So because we're recording next week, but we won't be recording the week after. And because our mitten or anything for the hand knit along will be done on the 31st, which will be before we get to record.
Yeah.
We will be locking that thread somewhere around midnight Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if I'll be up. I'm hoping to be.
On New Year's Eve.
So I just wanted to make that
And
mention.
we'll make the prize drawings on the next episode.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
31st.
Give us more time to figure out what we're going to give away. And then one last thing is we went out to dinner I went out to dinner because
I
couldn't make it.
I had to go to my brother-in-law's Christmas party, which was nice.
Knitter friends. So I just want to say hi, Tara. Hi, Rosalind. Hi, Diane. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Joan. Hi, Marie, Lara, and Leslie.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I missed you guys.
And there were a few of us who were there. We went to a restaurant. There were a few of us who were there till a little after 11.
Practically closed the place down.
We definitely. I think the place closed at 10, and we didn't leave until after.
Oh my goodness!
After. But it was nice. We had a lot of fun. We had some good desserts. Cool. One dessert. We all shared. 4 of us shared a dessert. It was huge.
Oh, huge. That's awesome. What dessert did you get? What was it?
The Child's River Pie, I think.
Yeah, but what is that?
It was like a coffee mocha ice cream with chocolate over it, and
ooh, that sounds
with an Oreo style crust. It was good. I mean, it was definitely enough for 4 of us. That's for sure. So
I have dropped a stitch, people.
Oh no.
It's not good.
So on that note, if you're watching us through iTunes, leave at least a star rating or a comment would be great for any of your podcasts that you watch. If you need to reach us, you can reach us at knitoneheart2@gmail.com. Show notes are at knitoneheart2.blogspot.com. And I just got last week's notes up last night. I apologize. I will try and get this week's up a little bit sooner. No guarantee, since tomorrow morning is going to be crazy. I tell you, seriously, I haven't been on any social networks because Cam's been home, my husband. We are Knit1Heart2 on Twitter. She's Knit1 Wendy on Twitter. We're Clark Knit1Heart2. We share the account, but it's mostly me. I think that's pretty much it. Anything that you need to know about our group, where to find our group, and Virtual Knit Night is all on the show notes.
Yeah, and Virtual Knit Night was so fun. We had the best time last week, so join us.
I was tired from working and not sleeping, so unfortunately,
I'm usually there, though.
So until next week, have a great week. Knit with Heart. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.